Hey marker heads, it's Karen. I'm back. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about today, mainly about the new baby because everyone's been asking. But first, I have to ask you guys to please go to Facebook and vote on the poll that's up there. Click on the link below to get over there. Because of the lack of votes, I am extending it until the 10th of August. So head on over there and vote for your favorite Legend of Zelda character. There are a lot to choose from. Now, I want to tell you about the artwork. The picture is a trade I did for Elf Felix Dog from DeviantArt of the Black Butler characters, May, Rin, and Sebastian. They're supposed to be drinking tea together. Those are really my only instructions, so since I never have seen the show before, I watched a couple of episodes just to reference the characters and get a better idea of their personalities and kind of the setting that they are in. So my idea for this piece, based on what I saw from those two episodes, was that May Rin made this pot of tea and Sebastian is tasting it to see how well she did. Now, this didn't happen in the episodes that I saw. This is just kind of an idea of how they would interact in a situation where they would be drinking tea together. So, May Rin, of course, is really nervous about him tasting her tea because she seems to have the hots for him in the show. I mean, I'm not sure. I've seen only 2 or 3 episodes, so from what I can gather, she's really into this guy. So Sebastian is more calm and collected, and he's just doing his job. He's just doing quality control, but she thinks, oh, he's drinking tea with me, or whatever. I can't do her voice. Her voice is kind of annoying, actually. Anyway, in retrospect, I think it would have been funnier to have drawn her spilling her tea on herself while he's just doing the same thing he's doing in the picture. It would have been pretty funny, but oh well, it's already finished. So this is one of the few traits that I did back in November of last year. 2012, that wasn't Pokemon related. I had a lot of Pokemon related pieces, so it was nice to do just some humans, or at least human-like people. From what I understand from research, Sebastian's not a human. I don't know. He's like a demon or something. I don't know. I was watching some of it and they took it off Netflix, so I didn't get to find out a whole lot about the characters. It's back on Netflix now, so I might start to watch it again. So I will admit that I've gotten sort of rusty over the past couple of years with drawing people. So I try to practice as often as I can so I don't completely lose the ability to draw them, because that would be awful. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about the artwork. Now I want to bombard you with all the inevitable baby-related updates. I will try to keep the baby stuff from taking over my commentaries in the future, but everyone's been asking, so I thought I should talk about him. For those of you who were wondering, Ron Michael Haley was born on June 10th at 7:58 p.m. I'd been having prodromal labor off and on for almost 2 weeks before he was born. Basically what that means is that I was having regular contractions every 5 minutes, but they weren't strong enough to do anything. So that was no fun. They say go when they're 5 minutes apart. Just go to the hospital. Well, we went to the hospital 4 times with false alarms. It was really frustrating. It's better to be safe than sorry, though, so I don't regret going in to be checked. It was just really disappointing when they would send me home, because I just wanted to meet him so bad. And by the time I'd gone home the second or third time, I was just devastated that they'd sent me home. And then they set me up for to be induced, and then they canceled that because the birthing center was too full. And since I was in an emergency situation, which makes sense to me, they had to cancel my appointment to be induced, which is okay. I went into natural labor anyways, and I didn't use any medication. A lot of people have been asking if I had an epidural, or if I did it naturally. I did go into labor naturally, and I did not use an epidural. I was going to have one. I went into labor thinking I won't need one. And then I got to the point where you're transitioning, and I was like, give me the epidural, I can't do this anymore. But then I was at 6 centimeters dilated, and I was like, please give me the epidural. And they were gone for about, I don't know, 10 minutes getting the stuff that they need to do the epidural. And then they came back, and I was checked again, and the doctor said, you could just start pushing because you're at 10 centimeters now. And it was like, I had progressed so quickly that I had already gotten past transitioning labor, which is the worst part of labor. Oh my gosh, it's awful. So I got past that, and then I could just push. And pushing wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm not saying it wasn't painful, because it was, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I was able to go through and do labor naturally, and I'm really glad that I did, because recovery was not very bad at all. Let me put it this way. 2 weeks ago I had a wisdom tooth taken out. That was way worse. I would rather have gone through giving birth again. It was awful. Not getting the tooth removed, obviously, because I couldn't feel it, because they put Novocaine in my face. I didn't get put to sleep or whatever because I'm breastfeeding, so I can't be put under, because the medication would be in my system and wouldn't work out too well with trying to feed the baby while being super groggy. So anyway, I would rather have gone through giving birth again than having a wisdom tooth. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But I didn't know I was in labor when I actually started labor, because I thought it was going to be contractions up in my belly, but it feels like you have to go number 2 really bad when you go into real labor. So I thought it was just, I need to go to the bathroom, until it was obvious that the trips I was taking to the bathroom weren't doing anything. So I was a little confused, but it all worked out in the end. And Ronnie is now 7.5 weeks old, and he's starting to do a lot of different things. He's getting a personality, like, it's like 1 minute he was just, a newborn. He was just getting used to being out here. And then all of a sudden he's doing a lot of different things. Like he's smiling a lot more, and he's holding his head up, and he's trying to copy the shapes of people's mouths when they talk to him, and he loves it when I say hello. And anyway, I'm running out of time. Talk to you guys later. Bye.